Guess who's back? Relic Seeker's back. Yeah. Anyway, hey, how's it going? Nice to see you again finally. I know it's been a while. I know. Took a little break. Breaks are needed. Anyway, so I'm in the middle of, I'm not even going to call this woods, I'm just going to call this overgrowth. I got two old house sites to look at today. Found on a 1910 map. That's over 110 years ago that these houses existed. The thing with these houses, I'm kind of jumping outside of my boundary a little bit with these. They were occupied late. They have concrete driveways, so they're not the typical ones that I usually go out and search out in the middle of nowhere that probably stopped existing in like the 30s or the 40s. No, this one, the one I'm at right now, was actually torn down in 2010. This one was 2010. The next one I'm going to go to was torn down in 2005. But found on a 1910 map. Yeah, that's interesting. We'll see what happens. I'll show you some clips here in a second of what these properties look like now and what they looked like before. This house, I measured it on a topo. It was 45 feet long by 21 feet wide, so that's interesting. Usually the early homes were a lot smaller than that, so maybe it had an addition on it, maybe not, something, we'll see. I believe I identified the well, so knowing where the well is helps us find the privies, because the privies are not going to be near the well. They're going to be usually on the other side. But yeah, it looks a little thick and congested. I had to drive through this. It's tough driving through this on a motorcycle because you don't see the ground. And yeah, I found a couple big ruts. But it's a Kawasaki 650 dual sport. I'm confident it can make it through most things. Matter of fact, I have. Anyways, yeah, it's nice being out again. Let's get out there. Let's find some relics. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Hit that button. Let's get in here and let's start finding some relics. Buried history. Treasure. Who knows? You never know what you're going to find, right? See you out there. The interesting thing about this property, besides the fact that it was lived in up until like 2010, it was bulldozed. It was professionally demolitioned. And here's a bulldozed spot right now since 2010. This was all dirt. You can see how young these pine trees are. The house site sits right up in there. I'm expecting all the debris that's normally found at these newer home sites gone. So hopefully they pushed like 3 inches to 6 inches off the top so we can easily identify the old stuff and get to that. Almost there. Well, there's the old driveway that led straight up to the house, and the house would have been sitting right there. My only concern at this point is, did they bulldoze too much material? Only one way to find out. Let's drop the detector and start hunting. 1910. Bound to find something old. Okay, I'm gonna start the detector. There's like hardly any debris. I think this is just an afterthought of somebody throwing a couch here or something. It's a nice little ravine area. Good spot for dumping. And then it goes up over here. Usually don't find a lot in the front yards. It's usually mostly in the backyards. Yeah, modern beer. So that'd be a nice spot to check down there for bottles and dump spots and stuff like that. Alright, so that clearing is actually where the house sat, so that makes sense. Alright, I'm gonna drop the detector. Wish me luck. Well, nothing down here in this lower section except an abandoned homeless person's camp. You know, what causes people to leave behind all this stuff? And it's all empty mostly, but there's toothbrushes and razors and safety vests, so obviously they worked in some kind of construction or something. Blanket, jacket, and we got a sleeping bag, and I found a microphone, USB. I mean, that was a nice microphone at one time, but man, it's a lot of trash to leave behind. You know, I don't know, maybe they found a place to live and decided to abandon their other home. Well, alright. Nothing down here in this lower section. So, what's that? What is that? It's a tire. How old are you? How old are you? Glass belted. Oh, that's probably pretty old. 60s probably. Alright, I'm gonna go where the bulldozer was plowing and see if he left me anything good. We'll see. Might have to head over to the other spot. That other spot that I'm gonna look at today was not bulldozed. It was just demolition. The house was removed, but the property wasn't bulldozed. This property was bulldozed. That's why I'm searching it first, because it's probably gonna be a quick one. Hopefully, I'm hoping we could find something, but I don't know. You just never know with bulldozers coming in and destroying everything. You just never know. All right, let's get over there and let's get on the house site, see if we can find the well, and see if we can probe for privies and stuff, and find some relics. See. Well, I marked the well out, and it's in here somewhere. Oh. Chances of finding it are probably going to be very, very slim. All this brush, I mean, there's just tons of prickers still. Tons. Can't wait for winter. Get rid of all this stuff. Alright. This is where the house sat, right here in this little field. And I'm standing in the house right now. Boy, this is going to be hard to detect. Look how thick that is. It's pretty thick stuff. Now we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. Alright, on to the next. This one is, it's been wasted by the bulldozer. I mean, I'm picking up nothing but modern trash. It's just junk. Alright, let's move on to the next one. See you when I get there. here. Well, this looks a lot more promising. For sure. I don't know if you can see it. Look at that large oak tree back there. Huge oak tree. The house would have sat up that way somewhere. I'm in the backyard. Look at this. This is nice. Very, very searchable. Nice enough to get the cowie back in it without getting tore up by prickers. Whew, that last spot trying to get through, I'm all tore up. My legs, my arms. I had to make a new path. Oh my goodness. Welcome back, Relic Seeker. Yeah, for the fun. Alright, let's get in there. Let's find some relics. Some history. Let's find something. Yeah, it's been a while. See, getting a nice 60-ish kind of bullet tone. Relic mode is telling me 5 inches. Let's go take a peek. Let's see what we get. It says bullet. I tend to believe it. Is it an old bullet? Perhaps. It said 4 inches. That's 4 inches right there. Don't see it. Maybe it's over here. Oh, there it is right there. What is it? Looks like aluminum. House part? Perhaps? Or fence tie or something? I don't know. Garbage. I was getting a large irony signal, and look at that. I wonder how old that one is. Can we tell? I like finding tools. That looks like an old Craftsman, maybe. Let me see if I can clean that up for you and see if we can get a name off that. Well, I don't see a name, but it is not super old either. It's got that, what is it called, molybdenum or something like that coating over it, that silvery coating. It's like a really super hard layer. Yeah, little wrench. Alright, moving on. What's that? Looks like some kind of strap. Alright, that has some age to it. Yeah. Some kind of strap. They use these for, you know, tying down what? Tops on top of wooden crates and stuff like that. Yeah, interesting. That could have some age to it. Now we got a bullet signal down there. Let's see. Let's see if it's a bullet or a button. I didn't check the depth. I probably should have. Although, I don't think it's very deep. Twig. In relic mode, a lot of things can come up as a bullet. If it's got that shape and weight and size to it. So it's better just to dig everything. Get a signal, dig it. Dig it. Well, I'm not seeing anything. I'll have to scan that. Now it's coming up. Button. Was that it? Yeah. Oh, I thought that was a twig. It's actually don't know. Is that copper? Might be a shaft to an arrow. Part of one. I don't know. Something to something. Moving on. Oh, that big old tree's got to have a few stories, huh? Stories to tell us. I wonder what's around it. I believe the house site sat in there. That way. So we're going that way. Now we got like a little road terrace cutting through here. And it goes back to the tree where there's a fence line, and then it kind of slopes off down the hill towards the road. There's a large magnolia tree right there, which is an ornamental for a home. Right here I got a 6-inch deep kind of a nice signal. Let's dig it. Let's dig it and find out. Might be a coin. Then again, might be a buckle. Coming up in between buckle and coinish. There's a root. There's a root. There's a root. Alright, we got a nice plug. Alright, we should be in that dirt right there. Nice deep signal. Deeper yet, probably. Yeah, let's say that's a good 6 inches. Let's hit it with the detector and find it. It's in there somewhere. Signals often change when you get them up out of the ground. Where'd you go? That means it's still at the bottom of the hole. If you lose the signal, dig deeper. That's super deep. Do you see how I do my holes? I start with the plug and I work my way around as far as the material that is in the ground. That's the shallowest to the deepest. That way you know what level it came out of. Alright, let's see if we can get it now. Might be in that plug just upside down, might be getting a bad signal. Huh. Interesting. Flip the plug back over. Yeah. We're getting a very shaky signal now out of the plug. Could be trash. I don't see it. I don't see any pottery. Nice and moist dirt. I like that. Alright, where you at? Lost it. Let me find this. I think there's actually a pipe running along here. Yeah. There's another. It's gotta be fence line. There's a piece right there. That's what I'm detecting. Yeah, just running all along there. Interesting, and that's the first spot I hit it. Okay, moving on. Yeah, there it is. See it? Look at that. It's all fence. Barbed wire fence in the ground. Going all through here. What's that? Looks like an electrical piece to something. Old car part maybe? That's a silver contact right there. Interesting little piece. Not old enough for me. Some kind of aluminum. It doesn't look like a pie plate. I don't know. Something. Alright, so when you're stumbling around in the woods next to an old home site and you see this, there's three possibilities of what it could be. And you, as a treasure hunter, relic seeker, need to determine what three it is. So check this out. So here, I am standing next to a bunch of roofing material. Small stuff, it's not huge, some timbers, a little more roofing material, and some modern stuff somebody threw here. But you see an impression right there. One, this could be a privy. Two, this could be a well house. Three, it could be a shed. But because I bring my probe with me, doesn't hurt to probe. So let me shut my detector off and let me walk back, grab my probe. I left it at my bike, and we'll come back and we'll hit this spot and see if it has goodies in it. Might be a 1950s privy. It might be a 1910 privy. Only one way to find out, right? Oh yeah, woods are nice today. The high in North Carolina is only going to be 67 degrees in my location. Perfect day to go metal detecting, treasure hunting, relic seeking in the woods. Alright, let me grab my probe and I'll get back there and I'll show you if we find anything. I use a nice super thin probe that I made. Unfortunately, this is not a privy. And the way you can tell is you try to stick your probe down as far as it can go. A privy is usually soft material. It's been dug up. It's not clay. It's not full of really compressed material. Natural ground will be. This only goes down about 6 inches before it hits solid clay all in here. So not a privy, maybe a shed. Alright, let's head over that way and see what we can find. Made my way to this nice old magnolia tree here. And I got a nice little signal. Big signal. It's not deep. And it sounds like a can, maybe. It's tough digging next to these magnolia trees. They produce a lot of root. Deeper yet. That was a nice big signal. Oh, there it is, yeah. Scrap. Piece of flashing. Not very old. Alright, well, we got all this property back here behind the house. Was probably farmed, so I'm gonna venture back in the woods back towards the back of this property, this house site, and I'll drop in a photo of what I'm talking about. There's another house site, 1910 map, older than 1910, I know, because I've already been there. I searched it once, found quite a few things, so I'm going to work my way back to that and search through the woods as I go. So hopefully we can find some stuff. Yeah. See ya. Looks like a barn graveyard out here, but there are cornerstones. There's one over there, there's one there, there's one there, so there's another structure over there. Nice place to search, at least. Get through all that iron. It's hard to say what that might have been. It's got writing on it right there, see it? But it's backwards. So it'd be on this side, but that side's worn off. It's got to be a farming tool. It might be a blade. Strange looking blade. Something. Alright, I made it back here. Do you see that dead old broken tree right there? That's where an old house sat, yeah. Here's some brick from it. That's some nice old clay brick right there. That stuff's not super old, but definitely turn of the century. I've searched this before, but it wasn't this thick. So I'm wondering how it's going to be now. We'll just tool along in here and we'll just search around. Found coins, V-nickels, wheat pennies, stuff like that, and a bunch of relics. So let's see what we can find. Oh, and I found an axe head here too. Yeah, let's keep. Oh, what'd we get here? Looks like a piece to an old stove. Maybe, yeah, probably, most definitely. It's hard to tell which way that one went. Can't tell if it's got writing on it or not. Probably not. Yeah, piece to an old stove. Oh, this looks interesting. What is this? What is that thing? Oh, it's an old valve stem cap. I think. Or is it lipstick? No, it's not lipstick. It's got that wrench top right there. That is a valve stem cap to something. I don't remember. I found these before. There's so many different shapes and sizes to these. And sometimes they have writing on them, and sometimes they don't. But this one looks like it might down here. Yeah, it's hard to tell. Anyways, it's one of the very first cars, not a Model T, but something after that. Yeah, nice. Alright, hey, we can go fishing too. Look, nice little bloodworm in there. Let's keep looking. We got something irony coming up at the tip of my shovel. Oh, it's a broken axe. That's a little stubby one, isn't it? Oh man, they broke that one pretty good. It probably would have went... Whew, it's hard to tell which way that went. And he filed the crap out of it. Look at how much he filed off that end. That end should be the same as this end. Coming out here a little bit further. And then coming down. He broke it good. Look at that. Wow. That could be definitely turn of the century. It does, it's hard to tell with axe heads, but look at the state of that steel. Yep. Nice. Well, this one looks like an old piece of cabinet hardware. It's a little damaged. It has seen better days. Yep. It could have been for a door too. And then the doorknob would be on this side where my finger is. Nice little piece to the house. Not in great shape. Oh, look at that piece. It's hard to say what that was. Might have been one of the shutter doors for putting in your wood for your fire on a stove. Any of these large pieces, most likely stove parts. I don't know what else it would be. Interesting. Yeah, definitely stove. Broke apart out here. They get so hot and they get brittle. People, they crack and then they have to be discarded, so. Alright, I'll give you the lay of the land. The original road that came out here to this site was either this, or I'm suspecting more that it came through here because of this. I mean, this looks like a nice little wagon road past your house, doesn't it? And that is gorgeous right there. Gorgeous. You can see they used cedar posts. There's some round nails in there. Those are more modern. These are more modern. There's some old stuff on there for sure. For sure. But anyway, the house sat right there. This would have been the driveway coming up into the house. And you see, it is just, it's tough to detect in here. I found coins over here, so I'm going to search over here some more. Right where that big tree is, that is the front tree of the house. The house sat right behind that. And let's see if we can walk over there and take a peek. Right in here is where the house sat, right in there. So it's kind of like on a little knoll. And this is that large tree that fell down right there. Their front decorative shade tree, if you will. So nice little piece of property found on a 1910 map. Much older than that. Over this way, found lots and lots of car parts, found V-nickels, stuff like that, axe over there. So I imagine they parked their cars and stuff in here as well. So parked their cars here, the wagons and whatever. There's barns over that way. I showed you those earlier. Those were probably for their horses and stuff and farming equipment. And this is their living area. Let's tool around in here and see what we can find. So I'm just tooling down through here and checking it out, seeing if there's any coins. I got a 91 signal. That usually says big iron or something very, very conductive. and there it is. Oh, we got glass in there too. Window pane. That is some clay right there. What is that? Let's give that a quick clean. Right with you, hold on. Some kind of top. Feels like zinc. Interesting. I want to say 30s on that one. Yeah, probably. Alright, let's keep moving. We got another nice high tone right here. 50s, high 50s, 60s in Relic mode. A lot of nails in here, which makes sense because of the fence. And some super clay down there. Wow, that's some nice clay. Let's give that a check. Wherever it is, it's... Oh, there it is right there. Big tone. Bottle cap of some kind. Mushed. That's an interesting one. I'll keep it and clean it up and take a look at it. 1960s maybe. Hunter trash. This house has been gone before the 1970s. So, oh, this one could be silver. 7 inches deep coin signal. Not quite at 7 inches yet. That's pretty deep. Should be in that pile right there. Find something that old down in that clay. It could be nice. Alright, let's give that a shot and see what's in it. Silver, come on, silver. Silver coin, yeah. Something nice and expensive. Nice, not in there. Deeper. Just kind of in the sidewall down at the bottom. So what I do, take a big chunk out like that, flop that over. You don't want to risk hitting it. Shove it down, pull up that sidewall. Deep. Signal's changed a little bit. Tell me that thing is it right there. That's it. Oh my God. It's a bullet. It's a bullet. It's a piece to a bullet. Modern too. You see how it's pointed and tipped? It's just a shard of it. Went deep down in there. Oh man. I was hoping for a coin. Well, at least we know we can detect that. That deep. Big chunk of old iron. No telling on that one. Well, looky here, folks. We got a safe. That is a safe right there. Looks like they got it open. Oh, and a lot of wasps in it. Well, they got it open. I don't like bees, wasps, none of that stuff. I wonder what they got out of there. Will those wasps leave me alone? Probably not. I don't see anything in it. They peeled it open pretty good. Anyway, the house sat right here, and I'm just searching around in here as much as I can. I think that's the smallest shell I've ever found. Look at that. A little shell. Shotgun shell type deal. That's a normal size right there. You see the difference? I gotta figure out what that is. That is really small. It was ringing up as a button. Interesting. It is definitely much older than that one. Huh. Interesting. Maybe it has writing on it. Let's throw the brush to it real quick and see. I don't know. Yeah, it has something on there. I'm not going to be able to read it. I got those old man eyes now. I'll take it back. I'll get a better shot of it. I'll clean it up and see exactly what this was. That's tiny. Interesting. First one in quite a few decades of metal detecting that I found something that small. Shotgun shell. If it's a shotgun shell. It could be a large caliber bullet. Brass round. I don't know. We'll see. Interesting. I was hoping for a button. And you know, once in a while we do come upon safes in the woods and in the water and stuff that people have pried through, stolen out of probably somebody's house or business or something like that. It's not a smart idea to store all your precious stuff in one location, especially a safe. What does a safe say? You're trying to keep something safe. They'll just steal it, and then you lost everything. It's better to hide your stuff throughout your property, your house or your building or whatever, in various places, not all together. I always laugh, you know, when I find those things. It's like, all right, you know, you were an idiot. What'd you lose? Oh, let's keep searching. It's either a coin or a button. Feels like a button. Oh yeah, it's like one of those just after the tomback style buttons. Still the same kind of tomback material, kind of. There you go. That's probably 1910 ish. It's got like a bullseye pattern on it. Nice little button. It's kind of heavy. Looks like I had iron back. Nice. You know, I find a lot of stuff right here, and I suspect there's going to be a privy in here somewhere. If I can ever get my probe back here and check. This is where I was finding the coins, and I just found a button, so it says a lot of activity, right? Let's keep moving. What's that? Looks like a fuel filter. Or something. Interesting. Might even been a air whistle chamber or something. Let me shine that up a little bit and see if there's any kind of writing on that. That's kind of interesting looking. It's kind of hard to believe that's any kind of filter. Let's check it out. I don't see anything written on it, but they don't make stuff like that anymore. It's copper with some kind of anodization over it to make it chromy looking. Interesting. I don't know. Another one of those mysterious objects. Yeah, that's the old roadway leading to the house right there. Beautiful day out. Fall is here. And still, and you know, it's going to take maybe 2 more months before all this heavy vegetation starts to ease up a little bit in order to get really into these spots. I just figured I'd come out and you know, give it a shot, look at a few sites, and see what can be found regardless of all the overgrowth. But yeah, even though I've been on break, I haven't been on break. I just haven't been out in the woods searching, but I have been on the computer searching. So have a lot of new places to look at. So I'm gonna be busy this fall and this winter, and I got a few new bottle sites to look at as well. So gonna be a lot of bottle videos and a lot of relic hunting videos. Can't wait. I need to get back. The last video before this one, the one right before this one, did I bring my motorcycle through here? Trying to find where I went in. I found a log cabin structure. That spells 1800s all day long, but the ground was so littered with modern debris, 50s and 60s modern debris, that you know, metal detecting there is not ideal. But that looks like a spot I would have went in. Yep, there's my bike. I'm gonna bring the probe back in there and locate its privy, and that should be fun digging. So hopefully there's some nice old 1800 bottles in there, and they didn't load it up with 50s and 60s junk. Almost broke my neck. A branch would not let go of me. Anyways, whew, that's how I got in here. That's how I got to get out. Through there, it's not so bad. You know. Alright. That does it for me. Let me do a quick wrap up. I'll show you all the stuff that I pulled up. Alright folks, that's it. Besides all the large iron pieces that I'm not bringing home, I was interested to see what kind of caps these were. It's probably some kind of alcohol. It's a big top, and I was finding more than one. Got a nice little, probably doorknob separator or cabinet piece. Probably, I'm going to say doorknob. And a valve stem cap for something that got mushed. I got one button. Of course, you see how tall that grass is, so that limits my depth right there. And we got a tool that's not very old, but it's still a tool. And which is interesting. Shotgun shells, which I don't really care about for the most part, but having one that small for the first time, I'm very interested in that. And you can see the age difference in it. This one's probably 1910-ish, 1920 Remington. This one is older than that. So I'll get that cleaned up. We'll take a shot of it and then try to figure out what that is. We'll get a nice close-up and do a little research on that. Figure that one out. Well, that's it, folks. 3 spots, and one of my old spots worked out best. That's just the way it goes. But I can't wait. We got brand new spots to go check out, so some other fun stuff to do. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next hunt for sure. Make sure you subscribe, hit that button, and don't forget to comment. You know, comments are nice, appropriate comments, no cuss words, none of that stuff. You know, it's a kids channel too. Yeah, all right. I'll see you on the next hunt.